This is Randy with Sino Sales and Support Limited out of Ningbo, China. We've been providing manufacturing services for going on 20 years. I'm going to give you a little update on the coronavirus situation. And they actually think that they've got it completely handled now and it's under control and it's going to be on its way out in China. As we know, in Italy, they just recently shut themselves down. Other countries may do the same. My friend who's out in Las Vegas right now said they stopped all the buffets 2 days ago, I believe. Houseware show we were going to be exhibiting in, canceled. There's an ASD show coming up in Las Vegas. They claim they're not going to cancel, but I would be surprised if they don't. There's going to be an Amazon show that's also running the same time. It'll be, I think, March 20th or 22, something like that. That may also get canceled. And then I think life as we know it will change just as it did with 9/11, or maybe even more so. This is epic proportions of what's going on. So now, on the manufacturing front, my particular office is back up. Been up for a little over a week. We're on a limited time, so we're now, I think, from about 10 to 4 instead of 9 to 5:30 when they get the job done. So we're trying to beat the rush, the staff to beat the rush. Almost everybody's in my office is back. One particular person came back in from overseas, and 2 days ago they were quarantined to their home for 14 days. And I think you may know right now a lot of quarantine is going on if you're coming in from the village or from another city or another country. As an example, you're coming into Ningbo and you're going to be outside the city for 14 days in a camp, basically, while they monitor what's going on. I don't know if that's going to continue or is continuing. That's a little bit old information, but now I think mostly the quarantine is in your own home. It's somewhat voluntary, but there are paperworks that show that you can't leave and the guards keep an eye on you. And there's a lot of people dressed in hazmat-looking suits, all running around with temperature gauges, masks, and all the good stuff. So it's been a hardship for all the Chinese people, for sure, having to stay home. And as an example, if they're going to go buy food, one member of the family is allowed to leave the house every 2 days to go get food and supplies. Otherwise, they have to stay home. And they have to have the right paperwork and approvals and all that good stuff. It was a massive shutdown and stopping of traffic of people. Streets in Shanghai and Ningbo, major cities, bare. Just a lot of food delivery guys running around, but that's about it. So again, the office is open under limited times. All the factories, most all the factories are open. Again, some staff aren't back. So as an example, we make thermoses, and the engineer for the tooling engineer, he is in quarantine for probably another 10 days. And then he can come back to work. So some projects are still on hold there. Workers are trickling back. Some of them get back and no problem. Some have to be quarantined. Some just didn't come back at all. So there is a labor shortage in many cases. And it's a problem. It's always a problem after Chinese New Year, but this time it's biblical proportions. So to update you, yes, China's back in business, but not nearly in the production capacity as previous. And new projects are going to hurt the worst because everybody's just trying to get what they have to get done for existing customers and so on. So that's something that the factory has to look at, and companies like myself, that we have to service our existing customers, and that's our number one priority. So new customers, we'd love to have you come along, but I just got to warn you, it's going to be a little slower on the uptake. Okay, that is the update. So China's back in business, but not nearly in full force. And then I'm going to have another video that'll talk about briefly on what it takes if you were to come into China from outside the country. That is a interesting story. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care.